Welcome, everybody. Casting for Two, episode number 37. As always, it's hosted by me, Kris. I am he who is that guy. And as always, you can find me at Casting for Two, Twitter, or at Mr. CMH, either or. And today I have a show for you. It's unlike any other show you've listened to. Well, it's pretty much the same as all the other episodes, just different guests, which is the point of the show. So there you go. And if anybody asks for a biography of the show, that's what it is. So you're welcome. But anyway, today my guests are, because there's two of them, they're actually twins, Kris and Alix Angelis, and they're very fascinating people, very talented, great writers, whether it's music or scripts. You might have noticed them during the old Super Bowl. They were the BudLight twins, and they had I chat with them about that. I also talked a lot about, music, earthquakes, Greg Kinnear, because why not? He's going to pop up in conversation. So that's just what's going to happen. So right now I'm rambling because I'm trying to fill time. But I'm going to stop doing that because I think I filled enough time. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy my chat with two twins who... also I should say... I explained the name of the show, which no one's ever asked me. So, again, you're welcome. All right? Thank you. Kris, cue the music, please. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Great, and you? And how are you ladies doing?
We're fantastic. On this Wednesday. How are you?
I'm okay. I had a crazy couple of days at visiting family and whatnot, so I was happy to be home. And I'd like to congratulate you guys on being the first twins I talked to.
Oh, it's funny. Because it's like casting for anyway. we thought it was a podcast especially for us, for two people that are cast.
Okay. So I have a confession. I knew this was going to happen like 5 months ago. So I made this podcast for you guys. Okay.
Okay. Well, that all makes sense.
I was thinking about that too this morning. I was like, I wonder if they're gonna. Put together the two and there's two, but no, and no one ever asks me about the name. It was meant to be like a reservation for two, except we're podcasting, so it's casting for two. So,
and because you interview one person and you're one person, so there are two people.
Exactly. Now,
right?
Yes. Now I have interviewed multiple people at one time. The most I've done is like maybe 5. And myself.
Oh.
It's all good. But I mean, first off, I'm very interested in you guys and how you got into to be here in the Budweiser girls, ladies.
Yeah. BudLight.
BudLight. Sorry. I'm not a beer drinker. I mean, I am. I love BudLight. And I'm just kind of wondering, when you guys were little, did you guys always know you wanted to be actors or musicians?
We definitely had the sort of performing tendencies for our whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
but we were really shy. And so when we moved to California from Florida, our mom, put us in like a summer camp, like musical theater summer camp to help us get out of our shells a little bit in public. And we just really loved it and just kept going.
And do you come from an acting family? Like, did your parents do that, or do you have any other
Not
siblings?
at all.
No, okay.
Yeah, not at all. We don't have any other siblings, and our parents are definitely not in that field. Our mom is, well, they're both in the military, in the Air Force, and mom's an engineer, and our dad's in the medical field, and
but our grandmother was a ballerina, so that's sort of the closest thing that we get to the artistic performance kind of thing in our family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And so, what was your? I mean, what was your guys' first audition like? Were you nervous, or what was the first project you actually first landed? Whether it be like a school play or something like that.
Oh, back all the way there. Okay. Definitely was nervous, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about this? Should I remember? It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember in that first summer of musical theater camp, we were supposed to be showgirls in a speakeasy, and a week into rehearsals, the director was like, girls, if you can't, step it up and be less shy, because that was our issue, then we'll have to just, I don't know, make you background or something. I don't remember exactly. And I just remember we got together, me and Kris, and said, we're going to show her. So during the lunch break, we took the stage and we're like, listen, and we sang our song and we belted it out and we proved ourselves, and then we remained showgirls.
Okay, right on.
Even though that was really scary.
Yeah. No, I bet. I too, growing up, was a bit of a shy feller. I don't know. I think shy people really are attracted more towards the arts, just because no one expects the shy people, right?
And I think it's more like, because if you're shy in your person, if you can put on a character and then go do something, then it's kind of like, well, I have this costume on, this kind of mask, and so it's a little bit more like, it's not really me, so I'm allowed to do all this crazy stuff. Something like that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I definitely even feel that now. When I'm acting a character, I've gotten a lot less stage fright, but when it's still, public speaking is terrifying to me. Like, I will, get shaky. So it's different.
Okay, right on. So, and how did you guys? So you guys worked on a couple of TV shows, stuff like that. How did you get those auditions or those projects?
We moved to Los Angeles. Kris moved here about 7 years ago, and I moved here after going to school about 4 years ago. And we just got some agents and go to auditions, just pounding the pavement like the LA actors do.
And did you guys ever freak out casting people when one of you goes in and then next thing you know the next person goes in, anything like that?
We don't usually go in for individual roles.
Oh, okay.
At the same time, it's usually when we're at a casting together, it's for a twin role.
They expect it.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that they're still not freaked out.
Yeah.
They're still like, oh my gosh, this is so creepy.
Yeah.
Are you the type that will finish each other's sentences? Are you guys that close?
Yeah.
We were just in a casting yesterday where we were finishing each other's sentences, and we walked out of the room being like, that was really impressive. High five. We're so twinny. Hooray.
Right on. It'd be even more amazing if you guys revealed that you guys actually weren't twins. That you're just, good friends who just sort of look like each other.
Sometimes we say that when people ask us if we're twins.
Or we're like, no, we met on Facebook.
Yeah. No, that's cool. It's weird. I come from a twin family. There's a lot of twin, or not a lot, but the twin gene on my dad's side. Actually, there are a lot of twins, and my brother-in-law is a twin. So we always joke that it's going to happen sooner or later. It just depends when.
Yeah.
But so aside from doing the acting, you guys also do your individual projects, which I'd like to talk about. Alix, you do acting, directing, writing, and all that good stuff?
Yes, I do.
How's that going for you? You recently finished a project?
Yes. My first thing that I wrote that was actually produced was a short called An Engagement.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a really exciting project for me because I got to work with a lot of my very close friends and people that I've been working with forever and collaborate. And, we pulled in a lot of favors to get it made with the crew and all the elements of that. And it did really well at, some of the smaller festivals on the circuit, and it won an award, which is it's just really exciting and gratifying for our first endeavor, and we're, have new projects in the works. So. Okay,
right on. And what was this the first time you've ever written, directed a short, or?
Yeah, I actually wrote it and starred in it.
Okay.
I didn't direct. That would have been, I think, a little too much to bite off for the first project. But the wonderful and talented John Farman-Ashboka was the director, and it was like a great. It was a very good decision to do that.
Right on. And where'd you come up with the idea? Were you just like, you know what, I got some free time on my hands, I want to write this, or was it just something you were obsessing over?
Kind of both and neither. I was I was actually driving, as one does frequently in LA. I was like on the freeway, and sometimes I just go into these dark fantasies. It's like daydreaming, except it's like about horrible stuff, and and like things that I'm afraid of, and it just suddenly, clicked into my mind, and that was the concept of what if somebody that you're close to died in a car crash is like what the normal fear would be. And then I thought, well, what if someone that you loved was responsible for the accident? And that's kind of the theme of the short.
Okay.
And it just flowed out from there and kind of wrote itself.
Okay. I tend to get the craziest ideas, whether it's because I do a little bit of writing, nothing really produced, just for fun. And the shower is the big one, where I'll just go take a shower and then, hey, I got an idea for a short. Let me write it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I have friends that definitely are inspired in the shower. Mm-hmm. For me, it's the freeway.
I've been inspired but in the shower and also when I'm driving a lot for songwriting. I think there's something about having something else that you're doing that lets your mind be free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like your brain, it's something you're doing. Your brain can go on autopilot while you think about something else. Even though I don't know if driving and going on autopilot would be good, but,
Not great.
Yeah, no, but,
I didn't say it was safe.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to be dangerous,
Yeah.
I don't condone dangerous driving. It just sort of happens. I think there was just an earthquake, dude.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, just realized.
Was that?
I think so.
Okay.
Anyway,
I've never been to Los Angeles. Well, I've been once, but are earthquakes common though?
Yeah, and some, it's always just what happened. Was that an earthquake? Oh, okay, let's move on with our lives.
All right.
I mean, unless it's really big.
It's like
the big one doesn't happen.
It's like California just got a text message. Oh, okay.
Right.
That's amazing.
And Kris, you did a perfect segue, which was ruined by the freaking earthquake. But music.
Yes, music.
I too am a fan of music. Who isn't?
I know. I don't understand people who are not.
You know, it's so weird. I have friends that, you know, don't like music, don't like movies, and I don't know why I'm friends with them. It's the weirdest thing.
What do they like?
Nothing. They like going outside and being angry all the time because there's a hole in their heart.
Oh, dang.
But they're still my friends.
Maybe if they were just really outdoorsy people, like I could get that, but the whole being angry all the time thing doesn't seem to go along with that.
They're not really angry. But they would be happier if they had music and movies in their lives. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe, yeah.
But
maybe they're like, well, why don't you have more nature in your life?
That's true. All right. Point friends. But where did you get the music bug from your acting camp, theater, dance acting camp?
Sort of. I mean, it's definitely all connected to like enjoying performing. I wouldn't say it's connected directly to that though. Like Alex and I have been singing our whole lives. Our mom says we started singing before we could even really talk. Mm-hmm. And we wrote our first song together when we were 3. And we would just make up little songs in our treehouse and stuff. And then when we discovered the band Hanson, that's kind of when I was like, oh, I could like do this as a thing. Mm-hmm. It seems so out there as just something that other magical people do. But then Hanson was our age and stuff.
Yeah, they came right at the right moment when we were like in middle school.
Right.
And they were just like this happy bubblegum pop, and it was just so much fun for a 12-year-old girl. And we started harmonizing with the songs that they would sing and getting into stuff.
And then later, a little bit later, I discovered this amazing woman artist, Brandy Carlisle, and she was doing something that seemed it was just so authentic and truthful and raw. And that's what I wanted in my songwriting, because it was during a time when it was like a lot of pop stars and stuff that I didn't really connect with. And then I saw her and I was like, oh yeah, this is something I could do. And I started to take the guitar and started writing my own songs, and it's been really rewarding.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, everyone disses Hanson for Bop, but I mean, the bottom line is it's a freaking catchy song.
Yeah, and they're like legit musicians, you know. They're kids and they were playing their own instruments and they do their own thing and they have their own record label now, and they just I aspire to them. Like they have full creative control over whatever they want to do with their music, and it's awesome.
Yeah, there you go. So thank you, Hanson.
Yes.
I'm always jealous of people who can write songs, because I mean, I can't play guitar. I play drums, so I kind of need some accompaniment with that. But I can't write any lyrics to save my life.
That's okay.
It's like how I'll just start rhyming tree with stuff. That's
it's like what?
I don't know, tree with Shmee from Captain Hook. I don't know. See, that's where my brain goes.
Amazing.
I would be the worst lyric writer ever, and yet I would love to write horrible lyrics.
What you just have to do is you just have to just say what you want to say.
Okay.
And then sort of make it rhyme. Say a little bit.
I want to see you be brave.
Yeah.
Sarah Bareilles.
Sarah Bareilles reference. But I feel like Sarah Bareilles can express her feelings way better than I could. So I don't want to touch that.
Maybe. Comparison is the thief of joy, Chris.
That's true. That's true.
Don't compare yourself to Sarah Bareilles. We'll all just be sad. I really try to do that.
True. I'm gonna do a little true story time. Sarah Bareilles, I really enjoy her. She got me out of a difficult moment in my life, and I thank her for that if she's listening. But she probably is.
Yeah, she's great. I have a friend who's worked with her with the rock camp for girls and stuff. Mm-hmm. She's really cool. I definitely am inspired by and aspire to her kind of songwriting and just knowing exactly who she is and being unapologetic about it and being awesome.
Yeah. No, I aspire to be that way too, but just the male version.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But,
So are you going to write some songs?
Probably not. I'll try. Okay, you know what? I'll just say what's in my heart.
Chris.
Okay.
Okay, yes, we should.
But to tell you about really what I'm doing now is my album, The Left Atrium, is out now. And it's on iTunes and my website and stuff at krisangelis.com. And it's gotten some really good feedback and it won an award. So it's been encouraging. And so now I'm going to take it on the road. I'm going to Europe next month. And hopefully some good things are starting to happen with that as well.
No way.
Already.
What part of Europe are you hitting up first?
Mostly Germany.
Oh, okay. Are you big in Germany?
I wouldn't necessarily say that, no. But I got chosen to be part of this Songs and Whispers tour. And they sort of set up all the dates, and somehow they're mostly in Germany. But planning on going to like the Netherlands and Belgium and maybe France and Italy and stuff, and going with my producer Jeff Sikarsky, who's awesome, and he's been setting us up some like writing sessions and meetings and stuff. So I think it'll be good. We're planning on maybe recording a new little EP with musicians from all those places. So that could be really cool. It's like recorded all over the world.
Oh, okay, awesome. And so. Are you gonna go with her, Alex, or are you just kind of chill and do some writing or some soul searching or listening to Sarah Bareilles?
Yeah, I'm not actually going on this one, but yeah, I'm gonna take the time to write some of my own projects that are in the works, and we're both gonna have our little separate twin moment, and then we'll come back together as it should be. And I'm working on a feature script, and it should be a productive time for all of us. Yeah.
Cool. I hope there's that moment when, you look up, both of you look up at the sky and at that exact moment that you're looking at the same star or something like that.
It's like in Bible Goes West. That's
exactly.
We should do that. Somewhere out there. Yeah. Beneath the light.
Okay.
Beautiful. That's what we sing together. Yeah.
Now I have to pay for the rights, but you know what? That's worth it. That is so worth it.
Oh, sorry.
I'll do it. But
that's actually not how my singing voice sounds. Everyone.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I won't judge you. I want no judging. So so you do have have your own projects that you work on. How did you guys get to become the BudLight girls for and how did you get a Super Bowl commercial?
Well, we've gotten a great network of friends from just hanging out in LA for a while, and a friend saw. I think he works in a casting office and saw the Brights out and was like, "You should put yourself on tape for this. It's in New York." So we did, and then the New York casting invited us out and flew us out to New York for the callback, and then they chose us. And it was really a whirlwind thing, and we were like, oh my God, we're going to be in a Super Bowl commercial. And it was just really fun.
And it was such an interesting, unique commercial, too, because it was all, reality for that guy and in real time. Everything that you see in the commercial was really happening in real time. It took about an hour and a half to do the whole thing. And then that was it. And then they just edited it together, and it was really fun to, bring this guy through that amazing experience.
Yeah, because I was I'm so manly. I was watching all the Super Bowl commercials, and I was looking at that. I was like, oh, because I'm one of these people who is always judging of real things, like reality shows. I don't believe they're 100% real. This was 100% real, realsies.
Yes. It was. I mean, everyone except Ian was an actor, but it was definitely real for him. He didn't know what was going to happen. He didn't know he was being filmed. He didn't know it was a commercial. He just knew that that he had set up this meeting with this representative for this focus group, and then this night happened to him. Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying even Don Cheadle was acting. That's I don't okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone except the guy. It was a big setup. Yeah.
Just for him.
Okay, it's okay. That's cool. Yeah, it's like I said, I'm always judging, but if you can pull a fast one, that's more power to you.
Yeah, and it was cool because the director was Jeff Tremaine. He's the one that has done all the Jackass.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So he has all kinds of experience with that, like sort of reality stuff. So it was really cool.
Okay, awesome. And so what was kind of the feedback for that? Were you guys just like I'm assuming you're huge football fans, and you were gonna sit and watch it? Did you have like a little party for the commercial?
It's actually funny. Do you want to tell about it?
Yeah, we were actually out of town in Portland for another thing, a premiere of a film that we were in, and so we have a few friends in Portland, so we're like, okay, let's just gather our little small group and try to make a party out of it. And we went to a bar, and we were like, everybody get here on time, because, we don't know when in the game the commercials will air. And I think the BudLight commercial aired like the first commercial break, and our friends weren't there yet. Oh. We're like, oh my God. And so we were sitting there alone in front of this huge, screen, watching ourselves and being like, yay! Yeah, it wasn't really the epic moment for us, but it was epic in our minds.
And it was epic in our phones.
Okay.
Text messages at once.
Yeah.
Right on. Did you drown your non-epic sorrows in some voodoo donuts?
No. Oh my God. We did drink a lot of BudLight though, because
Yeah.
I have been to Voodoo Donuts before, and it's fantastic, but we didn't get to that trip.
Yeah. It was really cold.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have wanted to stand out there for hours.
Yeah. No. I love that you said Portland. I'm from Oregon, so I love I love talking about Oregon. I love it.
It's great. It's beautiful.
Go Beavers, boo Ducks. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, okay.
But
so were you rooting for the Seahawks then?
Oh no, not at all.
Oh, okay.
I grew up a Dallas fan, and
okay.
Look, I get it. I get Dallas. They're America's team. Blah blah blah. They're gonna have bad years. I'm used to that. I'm used to them losing. So if they win, that's cool. If they lose, nothing changes. So growing up, I would have listen to the most abusive Seahawks fans, just trash talking and stuff like that. So naturally, I don't like them.
Yeah.
But the only positive thing about them winning is that now the Browns have a chance to win the Super Bowl. I think everything's been reset. So.
Okay.
But
we're not huge Seahawks fans either. They seem kind of mean.
Yeah, they are. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only person who's saying that. So I'm glad I'm glad you endorse Seahawks being mean.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm going to stop talking about football because I'm not a football guy. I'm sounding pretty macho right now, but I don't watch football.
Okay, I believe you.
But yeah, so I mean, did you guys have anything else you want to talk about or plug, or we can plug your projects, all your various projects if you want.
Well, I would say look out for us on an episode of Rake that's coming up in a few weeks with Greg Kinnear. And anything else that we want to say?
We have some other things that are in the works that we can't talk about yet, unfortunately. But I mentioned my album, The Left Atrium, so if you want to check that out, it's on iTunes or my website. Alex, anything else? We should say our Twitter. It's Kris and Alix, KrisAndAlix. It's all spelled weird, so don't get confused.
Yeah, so that's a good way of keeping in touch with us, and we'll be posting whatever is happening with us on there. So, yeah.
Okay, awesome. And I just you just mentioned Rake. I just have one question: is Greg Kinnear as dreamy as he seems?
He was sweet and nice to work with. He gave us some of his lines. Big deal.
I can see where the traction is. He's definitely charming dude.
Did he ever bring up Stuck on You at any point in time?
Yeah. Yes. We definitely talked about that.
Oh, I'm glad.
How could you not?
Exactly. But unfortunately, the time has come where we have to stop chatting, and I have to go write what's in my heart right now.
Okay.
Which it's probably, like, in all honesty, it's probably Chinese food. I'm gonna write about that right now.
Wow, if that's in your heart, you better be careful. Don't get it all clogged.
Nah, you know what? It'll be fine. I'll get it out on the paper. It'll be fine. It'll be soul cleansing. But I had an absolutely blast chatting with you guys. Whenever you guys want to come on, and just let me know. I'd be happy to have you guys back on.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's fun. Thanks for having us.
All right, and you have yourselves a good day. Okay.
Okay. You as well.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, just a quick reminder, you can always catch up with these episodes on castingfor2.com. You can also follow me at Twitter @castingfor2 or send me an email at castingfor2@gmail.com.